What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. If you want to know how I completely took a massive loss this past Thursday by simply drawing my Fibonacci retracement tool wrong, stay tuned. Okay, let's get right into it, guys. So, I'm going to talk about today's trade where I made $657. Sorry, $675 right here. As you guys can see, I got 3 total days where I made at least $200 or more. So let's just start off right now. So on Monday, I did not trade. My levels were not touched until after I got off the computer, had to get ready for work, that kind of stuff. But then on Tuesday, I made $221.44. Then on Wednesday, I made $71.44. Um, I did something very horrible on that trade, and I basically averaged up in the worst way possible. Something I actually haven't done in a very long time, only because I got in a little bit too early right as we were testing that 61.8 fib level, but then we pushed up to that 50%. And once I saw that we were getting some bearish price action on the 50% fib level, I decided, you know what, I'm going to get into another contract. Dumbest thing I could have done, because at one point I was down a hefty amount and I was getting pretty close to cutting losses, which would have been really bad. But I just, I want to be as transparent as possible, so that way you guys can learn from my mistakes and see what leads to my green days. But then on Thursday, I lost $541, and I'm going to go down. I'm going to break down one down two, and then today I made $675. Held that trade for a little over 11 minutes. But yeah, so let's get straight into it. So I'm going to go on the 5-minute time frame on Tradeaway on NQ. As you guys can see, I'm currently up $1,033.98. So give me a second to zoom out on this. So because of Thursday, because of how the trade was and everything, I'm going to go over that first. So today is the 23rd. Yesterday was 22nd. So at around 9:50 is when we actually started to sell off a little bit. But then we consolidated for almost from 10:05 to 11:05. So basically, this is what I ended up doing, guys. So I originally had my fib levels drawn from here all the way to here. And we kept touching that 61.8, but I really didn't like how much we were consolidating, so I decided not to get into the trade. But then we started selling off, as you guys can see right here. So if I would have just drawn, from high to lows right here, look what ended up happening. We broke above that 61.8 perfectly, consolidated right above it, and then continued to sell off. Had a little over 100-point drop, but because I decided to redraw my fib levels, I actually decided to make it to where it finally started to sell off. Basically, we tested that 61.8. I went short, and as we rose up, I took about a $514 loss. Just to make it clear, this was on ES, not on NQ. But yeah, now let's go to today, as you guys can see. So this is on the 23rd of today. Drew my fill levels from high. We actually had a lot of selling pressure right here. Every time we touched this 1896 level, I noticed that we were getting rejected. So if I go from high to low to 620, we actually saw perfect bearish price action in my preference. And I won't lie, guys, once we break above the 70, I go on the 1-minute time frame just to get that sniper entry. But the one thing I started to notice was that even though we were not breaking above, we were consolidating for about a good 5 to 10 minutes. And that's why I was in. That's why like that 11 minutes was mostly filled of just consolidation. But I ended up getting filled at around 7:17. And I waited for it to break below 85. And then that's how I made $675 today. But just really wanted to go over this trade, guys, and just tell you guys how I did this past week. Ended the week up $426.82. Got to have 2 more green days of at least $200 or more to do a payout. But honestly, my biggest goal right now is just to get a few G's racked up, get like 3 to 5K racked up, and then pay myself 50% of that, and just put that in my own trading account through Webull and trade futures and shares on that. This is just an easy way for me just to get some little bit of capital and put it into my own trading account, so that way I don't have to put any of my own money from my 9 to 5 into this. But I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you did, like and subscribe. It's always much appreciated. I hope you guys have a good day.